And this is what I mean. Live streamers are actually taking over everything. Bro, the Nelk Boys has interviewed the Prime Minister of Israel, the most evil man. Like, understand, the most evil man. We can all see around the world what is going on, bro. The Prime Minister is on a podcast with live streamers. So these same people got flown out by Drake to do live streaming at Wireless all the days. This is their power. Now, how did they even get an interview? Just ring up what? Just ring up who? To get an interview with the Prime Minister. It's turned left for them because they didn't press them, didn't answer the questions that everyone wants to know. Everyone wants to know the answers to. You get me? Everyone wants to know oppression, the evilness. When is this gonna stop? What you're doing, it is evil, bro. And you just pick, this is what I mean, guys. And it all makes sense now because let's flip the screen and get into this. Let's get into this.
All right, so you guys interviewed Benjamin Netanyahu, and now everybody's yelling at you guys. I assume, right? Is that what's going on?
Yes, we're getting definitely some yells.
Okay, so
yes.
First and foremost, who the set that up? Was it Miriam Adelson?
Well, we actually toured the White House right before, and he was in DC. So it's kind of like a
someone must have. Benjamin Netanyahu wasn't like, I love the Nelk Boys. I'm a big consumer of Happy Dad, and then was like, let's do this,
guys. A man said someone from the White House has reached out to us to interview the Prime Minister of Israel. Like, take that in. These guys are podcasters and streamers and content creators. There's a mad agenda. President Trump, flew over Andrew Tate. These times he couldn't fly. Couldn't leave the country. They pressed Romania. Listen, boom, you got to fly. Got him over in a private jet to America and said, look, boom, the ins and out of it is we'll give you residence in America. You can go to and from Dubai and whatnot. And we'll get me. All you need to do is your power. You just need to support, man, President Trump. You need to support, man, in everything what man's doing. You need to support, man. Understand that. But who was the first people that the Tate brothers went to link up with when they was in America? These lot. The Nelk Boys. These lot. These were the first people. Let's play this anyway.
Well, we've had Trump on a few times.
Some communications team at the White House hit us up, connected us with their communications team, and presented us the opportunity to do it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And you guys were like, let's do it. Sounds great.
I mean, yeah, I can say it again. I've said it a few times, but I can't speak to podcasting as a whole. And, other podcasters, they'll have people on with just people they've had good relationships with or their friends or people they agree with. But with the Full Send podcast, hate it or love it, right or wrong, if we ever get the opportunity to have a controversial guest on, we're never going to turn it down. Because in my opinion, what we want to do with the Full Time Podcast on is we're not afraid to have controversial people on. We're going to ask them questions. Sure, we're probably not the best at asking questions.
We're not saying for you to be afraid to have controversial people on. Of course, have controversial people on, bro. You get me? But the questions that you need to answer direct questions. We need answers. You need to, but obviously listen, no one from the White House is not telling you, like, listen, Ripon, don't ask this, ask this. So what you're saying there, listen, we're not hearing that. There's no one in their right mind is just going to have an interview, allowed to have an interview with the Prime Minister of what he's doing, bro. My man's doing war crimes, bro. And they're going to be like, yeah, ask me anything. Come on, man. We got to use our brains here. We got to use our brains.
We're not the best journalists, never claimed to be. So we might not be the best at pressing them. But in my opinion, it's up to the viewer to form their own educated opinion. Like, we have someone controversial on, we ask them questions. I think people give us a little too much credit when they say, oh, you're platforming him. Or like, I think, sure, we have a young audience, but they're not fucking stupid. I think this podcast.
So if they're not stupid, why do you answer correct questions, bro? You got a young audience, but they're very influenced by you lot. They listen, they watch you lot all the time. So what you're saying, yeah, cool, but I don't. Come on, guys. Come on, man. This.
a perfect example of that. If you go and read the comments, just because we have someone on and we're sitting beside someone, people aren't gonna be like, "Oh my god, Nelk's with them." Like, I fucking love this person. Like, yeah, wait, that's just not the way.
I don't think anybody loves. I don't think anybody loves Benjamin Netanyahu. I don't even think American presidents like Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying though.
But and I don't think you can listen. I don't think you can platform the prime minister of Israel. That's not my argument. I don't really give a shit about.
100%. How can you platform the prime minister of Israel? Yeah, cool. If you're from America and you follow Donald Trump and you're in with his campaigns and whatnot, and you're gonna jump on a podcast or whatnot, I get it. You're from America, but you're platforming the prime minister of Israel. What's that even got to do with you, bro? Like, what relations do you even have? What relations do you have? It's crazy.
That my question is like, do you feel like there is a culpability that you have? Because like, look, Donald Trump is a contentious figure, and obviously he's responsible for a metric ton of pain and violence as well. But so is every other American president. That's one thing. But
Bro, listen, a lot of people's got a lot to say about Donald Trump, what he's doing. A lot of people's got a lot to say. Like. But this, bro, and this is what shows you the alliance. This is what shows you, yeah, that Donald Trump is a very smart man. He's very tactical. He used Barack Obama's marketing tactics back when Barack Obama was going for president. And what did they do? There was a whole shift in culture. There was a whole shift. Barack Obama done a marketing campaign on Facebook. It was Facebook that built up his momentum. Now, Donald Trump, obviously, he's a personality as well. He's one of the most famous presidents in the world, a personality. And what is he doing? Using the same marketing tactics that the leaders into certain things. Look, Kai Cenat, ended his contract with Nike. Do you know what he said? They said they don't want him talking about. It's either he ended his contract with Nike or he just refused his contract with Nike. Do you know why? They said they don't want him speaking about religion. They don't want him to speak about certain things. So he said, nah. So understand all these things, guys. Trust me. It's mad.
Netanyahu is like unique in the sense that he's also a foreign leader. So I guess the question is like, because he's getting something out of this, right? He's getting something out of this where he gets to, I guess, like try and humanize himself.
That's the thing that's on is we'll have anyone on. Like next episode, we're going to have someone on with the complete opposite ideology that we've already been planning before this podcast came out.
Who are you guys having on?
I mean, I'd love to hear your suggestions.
Bro, they don't have no one to, bro, you can't get no one, bro, anyone else. You've done it, bro. You done. Anyone else is who? Who can you get that is like? Who can we think of that you're gonna get that is like, bro? What are you even talking about? Who top 5? We're gonna get top 5. This is people. What? Do you know what I mean? This is crazy, bro.
From different friends, you could DM us after if you don't want to say them live. But we're talking to a few different people, and we want to choose the right person to kind of represent, the opposite side.
Okay, but Benjamin.
That represents the opposite side. So what are you gonna do? Press them?
Just like a podcaster, you know what I mean? Like he's literally the prime minister that is a war criminal by the International Criminal Court. He's like literally branded as a war criminal, and it's unique because like the International Criminal Court is a European institution, and they've never actually criticized an American or anyone who's an American ally in the past.
I think if you watch it though too,
so you can see that this is a big thing, guys. This is a big thing, and this is what I mean about information, like misinformation, information that's online that we see, and people will listen to. There will be a story, and straight away watching that, it's okay. It's madness.
I think yes. I think me and Steiny could have pressed him a little bit harder, but we did ask him, "What is your response to when people say you're starving children in Gaza? Do you think October 7th could have been prevented? Are you trying to implement regime change in Iran? Like, Americans don't want another war with regime change. So we definitely did ask him some questions that I think people wanted to know.
Okay. What did he say? I mean, of course, he said he's
so for starving children in Gaza, he said that they bring the food in and Hamas steals it and then sells it.
That's a lie. You know what I mean? Like that's so.
Right.
So here's the thing.
What's your opinion? So, Son, you got to remember that one side's gonna.
Don't give them a listen. Don't interview them. Listen, not everything's got to do with the views. And bro, sometimes, yeah, like, not all money is good money. Are you with me? Not all money is good money. You should like, don't give my man a platform. You're giving them a platform. This is listen, it's crazy, man. It's actually crazy.
Say one thing, and the other side's gonna say it's a lie.
I don't think you guys having a conversation with Benjamin Netanyahu is the interesting point of contention here for me, at least. Like I mean, I think it's in and of itself, it's like worthy of scrutiny, because it's like, you know, it's like interviewing Adolf Hitler. Like,
okay, so wait, what's your response to what he answered us? You didn't even talk about that.
It's a fucking lie. No human rights organization that works on the ground, from the UN to the World Food Program, has ever agreed to the Israeli position that this is all stealing aid or whatever. As a matter of fact, they've openly said that is not the case at all. It's just a way for Israel to continue justifying its starvation policy.
And you know what? He's listen. He knows his education. He knows what he's speaking about. Now the Nelk boys, they're not educated, but they should know the basics. They should know. Everyone knows the basics, and this is what I mean. They're in with the opposition. They've got these marketing tactics like, yo, you do this, bro. You might as well call them Illuminati, bro. You might as well call them Illuminati to a certain extent, bro, because these are the sort of things that you do to sell your soul. Because I can't think no other way. I can't think of nothing else.
Policies against the entire civilian population of Gaza, so that they can claim that, like, oh, Hamas is just like stealing this aid. It's bullshit. They've never actually given a single piece of fucking evidence for this. It is just a claim that people have to supposedly take at face value because Israel said it.
What's the other side's proof? Just so we can play both sides here.
Well, the other side is not even like the side of the Palestinians. I'm not even offering the side of the Palestinians. The Palestinians obviously think that that's bullshit as well. But the other side is an unbiased third party. The World Food Program is not, on board with Hamas or anti-Israel beyond, the obvious reasons why you would be anti-Israel, because they're doing these things.
Bro,
and then
he's giving them a school he's educating them. And what makes it mad is, why didn't you go to my man and find out ins and outs? So why didn't you do your research and find out, okay, cool, who is my man? Why is everyone saying crazy things about him? And let's go into the history of it. What's actually currently happening, and then make that decision. Because you know why? It all boils down to President Trump. President Trump is that, this is just a positioning. This is a pawn. It's going to go mad. Boom, boom, boom. Bruv. Yeah, man.
About it.
So what's your overall opinion of us? Like Kyle just stated, that we're having a world leader on. That's what we're more focused on.
I think it was dumb. I'll be honest. Because it's not.
But you would do the same thing, Hassan, if you had the opportunity. 100%.
No, I mean,
Sure,
there's a difference
harder.
though. I'm well equipped to have a conversation with Benjamin Netanyahu, because when he says something like that, I can turn around and be like, well, the World Food Program has said that, there is no evidence to suggest that is stealing aid, whereas you don't.
But you don't even have to be well equipped. You just need to do some research, speak to the right people, get 5-10 questions. At least you've done your bit. Like, you can say, look, I'm not crazy educated of what's going on, but I asked the right questions, and whatever his reply was, let him dig himself a hole.
Have that follow-up in that situation, and Benjamin Netanyahu knows that, and his team knows that, which is precisely why he went on the Nelk Boys podcast and he didn't go on, my stream or something. And I don't even know if I would.
But it's not just that, bro. It's to do with alliances. They're saying they got reached out to by the White House. Do you think, like, what? You're basically saying that flipping number 5 Downing Street, a member of number 5 Downing Street in the UK is going to reach out to, you get me, one of us. Do you know what I mean? Me. Yo, bro, we need you to interview Get me? A rapist, a predator, that you get me? Schofield, whatever my man's name is. Bro, come on, man. What are you even talking about? Like,
would honestly have a conversation with him if given the opportunity.
In my opinion, I think that, like, for example, I think Trump is really good on a podcast. Like, obviously, that's why he did his.
of course, you're gonna talk about that because come on. This is what I mean, bro. It's gotta make sense here. We know, bro.
I mean, he's clearly a good speaker. Like, you can't deny that. But I think, in my opinion, just because we platform someone, it doesn't necessarily equate to like a positive outcome for the guest. And I think this is like a perfect example of that. Like, this could even be a negative thing.
No, I think in the grand scheme of things, like it's not moving the needle because Benjamin Netanyahu gets positive coverage from every outlet. He gets positive coverage from every outlet. So you guys are marginal in that regard. It's not like all that significant. But if you're looking for
That's what I'm trying to say though.
What do you mean?
If Fox News has him on and they're more supportive of him than we have him on. CNN
yeah, no, that's why I'm saying it's marginal. Like you having him on is marginal as opposed to like him going on Fox News, MSNBC, CNN.
This was just a small. This is what you call, these are small little things, positionings. They knew what was gonna happen, and they got prepped. Like, you can't say this, you can't do this, you can't do this. You can ask this because people are gonna, and it's caused exactly what people knew what was gonna happen.
CBS, all of those other outlets, and then not just Benjamin Netanyahu, but like Israeli envoys going on CNN. That is ultimately playing a role in crafting this elaborate narrative that Israel is always in the right, Israel has a right to defend itself, and that they have to do these things. They have to contextualize this violence. Like, all of that plays a much larger role. You guys just basically are presenting a similar perspective that you get from CNN or Fox News, but now to a younger audience that's going to look at.
He hit the nail on the head, and that is what they're aiming for, the younger audience. You get me? The younger audience is so easily influenced, and just like the Nelk boys, they ain't educated enough. You get me? So it's like, because they're not educated enough, and they got my man on the platform. It's just like OnlyFans. It's like OnlyFans, like the younger audience. They will see all their top creators doing it, and there's a domino effect, and then they get more influenced in that. They're gonna think my man, you get me, the Prime Minister is. It's okay. Like, yeah, we've seen what is going on, but it's just war. It's just war. Do you know what I mean? It's just war. This is what happens in war. I guess maybe
Benjamin Netanyahu be like, he's a chill guy that you can hang with, but I don't even know if he's capable of doing that.
Wait, Hassan, here's kind of where I disagree with you. Is if you watch CNN or you watch Fox News, you kind of know what narrative you're looking for. And with us playing that neutral ground, you don't know what you're going to get, right? So that's the differentiator. And like we told, I don't know if Kyle mentioned this earlier, but we're having a pro-Palestinian on as our very, very soon here. So
I don't know who you guys are having on, but I mean, it depends.
Can't get no one worse.
Is like, how are we, if we're a neutral podcast, how are we anything like either side? If you know what you're going to get when you tune into either network.
No one is fully neutral in that regard, right? What about Adolf Hitler?
I think we'd always kind of play the neutral role.
You would play a neutral role interviewing Adolf Hitler. I don't think that's the case. I think you're just saying that right now because you want to.
And that's why he mentioned Adolf Hitler, because if you want to go from one extreme to another, that's the both extremes. You get me? You get me? That's the both extremes. And the story told of Adolf Hitler, that's the story that people, they want to hear. Like, get me? You don't dig deep into why certain things happened. You get me? Come on, man.
We're just not the best at grilling guests and pushing back on them, to be honest. Like I said, we're not claiming to be good journalists. Like, we can ask a question, but when it comes to like a follow-up question, I'll be honest, we're not the most, like, I've never claimed to be super educated on this.
Hassan, you haven't even watched the podcast.
I haven't. I haven't had time. I don't know what kind of questions you guys ask, but I assume.
The first few minutes is us sitting there like, yo, we are not qualified to do this. This is fucking insane. We acknowledge the fact that, yeah, you're right. We're not the best journalists. We're not the most fit to do this. But the fact that we had an opportunity to interview a world leader, two guys like us, we're going to jump on that just as I know you would. So
yeah, but the difference is the difference is like if there was a situation where I felt like I was ill-equipped for the task, I would just not do it. You know what I mean?
I didn't say we're ill-equipped, but I said there's people probably more fit.
Well, I mean, if you're
it's true though, and I'm happy my man's grilling them because you're not fit for the task. say no, but it's not about that. It's about the message. They done their task and understand why even flipping Andrew Tate, like I said, understand why Andrew Tate went flown over by Trump. Trump's wants you to speak about, man. What did they do in this one? Andrew Tate is Trump is good at podcasting. They mentioned, Trump is good at podcasting. You get me?
This is a unique opportunity. You have an unprecedented opportunity.
The Full Send podcast is, I'll be honest. No, let's be honest. The Full Send podcast is never going to be the fucking best line of question. Like, I'll be honest. That's the honest truth. Let's be fucking real here. That's exactly. And that's why they choose us. And that's why the show is what it is, because we're kind of dumb and we're not the best fucking. We're not.
Let me ask you guys this: Is there a person?
The podcast is what it is.
Is there a person that you guys wouldn't interview? Because like we're also like now stuck on whether you guys should be interviewing Benjamin Netanyahu or not. I think if someone is
in today's age,
what you're saying is there a person that they shouldn't be interviewing, bro? They've interviewed the worst person in the world. Like, let me know in the comments who's the worst person in the world, guys. Just who is the worst person in the world? Like, do you know what I mean? That question, bro.
Today's age, like right now, I think that's a fair question to ask. Right now,
I can't think of someone.
Okay, so like even out of like because the reason why I have to go back to historical figures that have conducted genocides is because like Benjamin Netanyahu is doing one right now. And he's not even the singular force of evil here.
But you're talking about hypotheticals, bro. That's where you lose me, because you're talking about.
Well, I mean, the reason why is trying. Well, I'm using this as an analogy.
Like Tucker Carlson had Putin on. Other journalists have.
Yeah, Tucker Carlson.
Putin. What about Putin? You would never interview Putin. You know why? Because Putin and Trump, bro, like they're the opposition. You will never have even a chance to interview Putin. And if you did, you wouldn't ask him mad questions. Like, you wouldn't ask him mad questions. Like, you wouldn't even have him on the interview. Do you know why? Because you are Americans. You know why? Because you have the alliances with Trump. Do you know why, bro? You do not want your audience to listen that they claim as poison or whatnot of Putin, but you do for the Prime Minister of Israel. What?
Had Vladimir Putin on, and when Tucker Carlson had Vladimir Putin on, he did that in a capacity to do propaganda for Vladimir Putin, for sure.
Crazy.
He didn't push back at all. He was there. He was in Russia, and he did it specifically so he could do.
You really can't in that.
I know, but that's precisely why, like, sometimes it's better not to take that opportunity. You know what I mean?
Sometimes say no. Just say no. Just say no sometimes. Say no. Like, that's it.
That's my position.
Right. Like for the
and even then, Tucker Carlson, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Tucker Carlson is still more equipped to at least have like follow-up questions. Like, think about the Ted Cruz interview that he had. Like, he obviously.
Listen, guys, look. You can watch the full. Here's my intake of things. Streamers, content creators is becoming the biggest thing in the world. Like, having communities, people like getting influenced by just watching people play games, whatever. You've seen Kai Cenat, you've seen iShowSpeed, you've seen Aiden Ross, you've seen the Nelk boys. Bro, Aiden Ross, the Nelk boys flew to the UK to do a 3-day wireless because of Drake. You can understand that. Like, and even before I wrap up quick, I just want to just show you something, because it's very important that you kind of see these things and you kind of see the positioning of why things happen, or do you know what I mean? Like, you can see, like, when people fly over, why are they flying over? It's not even gonna come up on TikTok. I just realized because of flipping TikTok they don't post Andrew Tate at all, innit? That's crazy. But let me show you here. It's madness, and it's like, I just want you lot to understand, yeah, that it's positioning here. Like, everything is positioning. Get me? Why on earth has Andrew Tate flown over and it's like, boom, look at that. Just so you can kind of see the return of Tate. Look. They do podcasts with everyone, but let's go and look.
Really getting fucking.
That got me in a bunch of trouble.
This is what's landing them. So the White House has said, it makes sense now. The White House has said, look, boom, Andrew Tate's one of us. You'll get to link Andrew Tate first, interview him first, do whatever you need to do first, boom, 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 boom. Take him around, stream, boom, boom, boom. Now, same thing. The White House has reached out. You will get to interview the Prime Minister, the evil guy. Just gonna say that. Boom, 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 boom. This. Do you get it? So Trump is in the center of this. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.